She walks through fire.
What's up, beautiful babes? Your girl, Sweet Angel. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you. Y'all have been coming through for me, and I appreciate you so much. I do. And I just thought I would just, give back to y'all like y'all been giving to me with the content, bringing the content. And I have been touching on the fact that many people know that it used to be taboo for women to talk about their age or tell their age. But honey, I think it's so important. And I think this is why so many folks have just kind of missed the boat on life itself, because people was shh and didn't tell. But I'm here to tell, okay? I'm here to tell. And I just wanted to get real about something that I just don't see enough of, especially in these YouTube streets. And that's people talking about life in their 60s. I mentioned in my previous video, or one of them, that, people spend a lot of time talking about 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. I mean, 50s is like, that's the it girls right now. I'm telling you, these girls are living life at 50. But when it gets to 60, people are pretty quiet, or dadgummit, the videos that I came across are just so freaking boring that I couldn't even sit through them, because they're not talking about nothing. They're not talking about nothing that's going on with me. I mean, even the women in their 70s and 80s, their videos got more zest than the women in their 60s. So I'm like, let me get out of that. That's why I really watch on YouTube more people that are younger than me, because I like the fire. I like that kind of stuff. Okay, that's what I'm about. And I kind of understand, why so many folks decide not to talk about the 60s, is because it's almost like you're starting over. 60s, let me tell you, this is what I feel could be the reason why people really don't spend a lot of time talking about it. They're staying quiet about it and what life is really like in this chapter, even though we can change the groove, but it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, and you have to be that strong girl. Okay, I'm still gonna call us girls, to weather through it. First on my list, I want to talk about post-menopause, and that's our new normal. That really doesn't feel normal. Okay, so let's start with the obvious. Post-menopause, you think, the hot flashes are over, but then you have dry skin, brain fog, your hormones are playing tricks on you. And a lot of people don't talk about, just because your period stops, that doesn't mean the changes do. It's a lot going on. And I know we don't want to dwell on it, but it's real. And the big thing for me that I always talk about, and have been talking about for a while, is the weight gain. Even water makes you puffy. Can we just talk about the scale for a minute? Yes, y'all. Like, we can eat like a doggone bird. We can eat like a bird, walk 5 miles a day, and still gain weight in places you didn't even know could get bigger. It's frustrating. It messes with your confidence, even when you're doing your best. I mean, you're doing what you can do. And the other thing is, you're feeling more tired, and not just from physical work, y'all. It's not just from being tired physically. I often tell my husband about, sometimes I'm just mentally exhausted. The energy you used to wake up with, gone. I mean, even now, I could take a nap. I used to be so not into the nap thing, but girl, right about now, I be doing the naps. When my granddaughter goes down for a nap, sometimes I go down for a nap, and I'm not ashamed to say it. That is what it's about right now, okay? And I know I may be feeling a little bit more extra drained because I'm running after a 2-year-old toddler, but no, this is not because I'm lazy. It's because I got a lot going on, and many of us do at the age of 60 plus. We got a lot going on. And again, our bodies are changing every single day. I almost think of being in your 60s is almost like being in your 20s, you know, back to being confused. The 20s all over again. Now here's the kicker. They're like, what's going on to me? Back to being in that confused phase again. And sometimes I do still sit for a minute and think about, what is my purpose right now? What is really my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing with my life? Do I still matter? What's next? What's next? You thought you had it all figured out, and surprise. This is reality. You know, it's reality, not sugarcoating anything, but like I said, the confusion comes with a lot of different things. Really, the 60s get you with, do I retire or not? That's a big question. That's a real big question. Many people struggle with that, being that, you know, being of a certain age, you know, do I want to keep working? Do I want to keep on doing what I'm doing? You know, but I know for most people, they're ready emotionally, but financially, not so much. The rising cost of everything has a second guessing everything we thought we knew about retirement. And in your 60s, you know, you have financial fears, Social Security, 401k savings. We thought we'd be set. But now with the prices going up and income staying about the same or even dropping, financial fear is real. And guess what? A lot of women are just afraid to talk about it. And I'll be honest, I'm one of the first to probably admit this as a female. At age 60, health concerns. It gets real, you know, it gets real. I went to my annual visit the other day, and, you know, I just be like concerned sometimes. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I feel great, but you just wonder what's ticking. You know, out of the little aches or whatever, just because of age, you know, at the age of 60, every doctor's visit comes with a new something. It's arthritis or blood pressure or cholesterol. And for some people, even worse. So I'm thankful, I'm grateful, but I know that some things are just inevitable. And all of that adds to our emotional toll. So when people don't talk about the 60s, you know, we be going through a little bit of mental turmoil when it comes to certain things, because you're thinking so heavy about what's happening with me right now. So why do women avoid talking about life in their 60s? Because, you know, for the most part, we know it's not always so pretty. It's not always easy, truthfully. And we too are still figuring it out. But that doesn't mean we should stay quiet, which I mentioned this in another video. We are here, baby. We are here to stay. And in fact, that's exactly why we should be on here talking about it, talking about the real. Other women want to hear about it too. There's beauty, there's power, there's wisdom in these decades. And yeah, it's complicated. It's complicated, but it's also real. And absolutely worth talking about. So let's start the conversation here. Have you ever felt any of this? I just want to know. Let's make life in our 60s something worth celebrating. Hey, if this video resonated with you in any way, any form or fashion, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and stick around for more real talk from this 60-something year queen right here. I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Won't let the world forget her name. They tried to box her in, but her soul was made to fly. She don't just survive, she's the reason others try. There's power in her voice, strength in her steps. She don't need no